upset and erode this delicate balance. In other words, we've moved more towards the democracy side of the equation than the republic side of the equation. We just simply have more democracy than our founding fathers ever envisioned, and I think that's a good thing, but I'm just saying in terms of procedures and process and this delicate balance that they shaped as more of a republic, we may have now upset the balance to such an extent that we may need to rethink this model. Obviously, we have more media than they could ever have envisioned. Old and new media, centralized and decentralized media, traditional media and social media. That's another factor that has intervened in these 200 plus years. And Professor Lessig's point in his article is way more money and the impact that money has on our system of democracy, and not for the better. More partisanship, I think, than the founders had anticipated, and certainly more globalism than they could ever have expected. And one other issue, less time. We have less time to address these issues than I think they had the luxury of having in 1787. So I'm not sure that we're trying to get our democracy back, as the title of the article indicated, as much as we are trying to create a more democratic constitution for the 21st century to match the level of democracy that we now have in our system. Thank you.
Thank you. Nick Dranius holds the Clarence J. and Catherine P. Duncan Chair for Constitutional Government and is director of the Joseph and Dorothy Donnelly Muller Center for Constitutional Government at the Goldwater Institute. Dranius successfully led the Goldwater Institute's challenge to the Arizona Clean Elections Law all the way to the Supreme Court. Unfortunately, sorry, I didn't.
Hey, civility.
That was a civil, unfortunately. And he has also authored numerous scholarly articles wide-ranging across the issues of constitutional law. His latest work is called Federalism DIY, Do It Yourself, 10 Ways for States to Check and Balance Washington, which provides specific guidance to legislators and litigators on restoring balance in the relationship between the states and federal government. So I'd like you to join me in welcoming him to add his thoughts.
Well, thank you, Professor Lessig and the esteemed members of the panel, and of course the audience. You know, when I hear about coming together, bipartisanship, cross ideology,